Many of you know we've been coming to you every week to talk to you about ChatGPT, but this time we thought what we would do is talk to you about Canva Magic Write and how you might be able to simply use Canva, maybe in conjunction with ChatGPT, to build all of your projects. Now, Mina and I have already been kind of playing around in Canva because we use Canva every day, just like we use ChatGPT. And so we want to have a conversation with you around Canva AI.
Well, also with ChatGPT, because I didn't realize when we were talking about ChatGPT and Canva that I do use Canva every day. And I will do things in, say, ChatGPT, and then I'm grabbing it over in ChatGPT to move it over to Canva. And it could be a document that is like a giveaway, or it edited it for me, and actually in presentations. And I might grab a graph over in ChatGPT and bring it over to Canva. So and I'm curious, well, actually, I've even used it to create the content, and I will put it in, say, Instagram Reels, or I'll put it in a TikTok post, or I will edit whatever the content is in ChatGPT and put it over like an overlay in for my YouTube, for example. And I've even created images that I've created in ChatGPT to bring over to Canva as a background for my presentations. So it's original, it's different, because everybody has access to whatever the photos are in Canva for a presentation. So I'm like, what can I do that no one else is going to have? So I've done that. But when we were looking, since projects started in ChatGPT, basically like folders in Google or folders in Canva, I realized that I could become more organized in Canva. Like, I don't feel very organized in Canva. Like, I'll do something and not realize that I could put it over into a project. So for 2025, I'm going to, with purpose, start putting the things that I create in Canva in projects. And then if there's a project that I've created in ChatGPT, I'm also going to do it there too. So I don't know what you were thinking, but I was thinking, how can we do both Canva and ChatGPT projects? And yeah, they're called folders, but they're projects that I can be very intentional. And then it might be five things, but at least I know where those five things are. Because right now I have to search and I can't find it, and I get frustrated because I can put all my YouTube videos for specific content in there, because I do like using Canva for my YouTube videos. Even though I might use iMovie, I still like Canva. I like how user friendly it is. So what are you thinking with the projects in Canva?
So I wrote this down before we started, and it because it kind of made me think more about how I could leverage Canva, or how someone else, because I'm in the real estate space, how they could use Canva in conjunction with ChatGPT or just Canva. So I kind of wrote a few things down, and number one was, if you're using ChatGPT projects, you could use it in conjunction with Canva. Number two was, you could create folders um for you can create folders for my in Canva from the projects that you're working on in ChatGPT. So for example, I have, I my goal is to blog 4 times a month in on LinkedIn based on data for 4 different cities. And I'm actually, I have the project set up, I have all of the prompts set up, and I every month, every week, my goal is to post. So let's say, for example, West Chicago, and I have this project built. And as we were talking this morning, I'm like, you know what? I could actually create a project in Canva to organize all of it, because as soon as I write the article in ChatGPT, I hop over to LinkedIn and I upload the project, but then I have to go get a LinkedIn thumbnail for the cover image, and I'm not organizing any of that. So again, like you said, we're hunting for the images, because I've never really even sat down to figure out why Canva doesn't just put things in date order. Maybe I need to figure that out. And then my third one is, depending on your social media platforms, if I'm using, whether I'm using ChatGPT or not, I could also create a folder with the magic right for TikTok as a real estate agent. Every time I list a property, I could create a folder just for TikTok, but I could also
Right.
create a folder for my listings, and then I could use ChatGPT to do my remarks for the MLS. I could use ChatGPT to come up with my marketing strategy for the property, and then I could hop back over to Canva to create my TikTok videos with Canva Magic, right? Because it'll create it with all the images, and then I could create a project in Canva. And actually, I could also just use Canva's Magic Write in Docs to create the content. And so I could do that for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. And then the other cool thing, which ChatGPT hasn't done yet, unless you upgrade for Teams, is I could collaborate, Mina, with you with a folder for what we're currently doing now with our Wednesday evening lives to influence. And you and I can have access to the entire folder. So we could literally collaborate right within Canva, and you don't have to say, text me that, email me that, and everything's already in the folder for everything we've done with even this project.
Right. And well, first of all, Canva is free for teachers. Like if you are an educator, you get the Canva Pro, you get all of the stuff if you have a teacher email. So it's free. It's available. So
Oh,
I
so
would
what you're
use
telling
it.
me is because I have an EDU,
Yeah.
I could have a whole different
Yeah.
Canva account.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So anybody
Just
that
call me
has
the
a
professor.
yeah, right. Right. So it's free. So I didn't know. I'm wondering if we should jump in to
I'm having a
ChatGPT.
moment here that I
I
need
know.
to write something down. I'm going to tell you later. I'm having a professor moment.
Uh, well, okay. So I think we should at least show people again what the projects look like in ChatGPT and what projects looks like in Canva. We're saying projects because that's what the name of it is, but it's also folders. So I'm going to share my screen just for a quick second. But so up here on the left is the sidebar dashboard, and you have projects right here. So you can just create your folders here. And if you hover over this, that, or on the right side, this disappears. But you can just create a new project, and basically you name it, you create the project, and when you create the project, it looks like this. So everything that I've done is here. I can add files, like let's say there are PDFs or articles that I want to add. I could do all of that. And then I can put instructions there, but it's my projects. And if I come over to Canva, the projects are right here. But if I hit create a design, this is all the designs that I could do. But over here on the right, if I select here, it looks like it's just a folder. So I didn't know what it looks like for you, but everything that I have that is a project is over here. So it looks like they're just folders. And this was a practice one, but
Here, let me share mine, and we'll see what the difference is.
okay.
So if I were to go over to my left, which my projects, it looks the same. I can add new. I can go to folders, and this one I just created this morning. So you can see all of my folders, but you can also, if I scroll down, it shows you all of my folders, AKA projects. And then all of my designs, my brand templates, images that I've uploaded, videos. So it looks the same. But clearly what just for the fact that we were like, we should talk more about Canva, because what we have learned is all of y'all like Canva, is this could actually be a better option, especially for those of us that are in real estate or the design space or entrepreneurs. Now, again, I think you should hop over to ChatGPT and use it every single day, because here are my projects. But I am clear that no matter what, even with, for example, my West Chicago one, Mina,
Mm-hmm.
because I uploaded the data and I wrote a letter. I also have my article, so you could see the article. And do I think I still need this? Yes. And just to let me just kind of go down a rabbit hole. The value of ChatGPT is I still need to use ChatGPT because I don't think Canva can do what I'm about to say. Every month, I get data from the multiple listing service in a form of a PDF. And so every month, I save it as the specific date, month, and date, and I'm uploading it here. And then I'm using my instructions to, again, write a letter to homeowners, compare and contrast the data for social media, and then have a blog post. So at the end of every quarter or at the end of the year, I can come back to this project and ask ChatGPT to look at all of the data from the past. I don't
Okay.
know if I could do that yet in Canva.
No.
So I still think I need this, but what's happening is, to give you an example, is if I clicked on the blog post, here's the blog post, right? And if I go back to Canva and you can see my recent designs, I think this is where you and I get frustrated. So let me go home. Let me go home. This was the market update, one of the graphs that I created from my ChatGPT project. And then, and look, notice I'm hunting
Mm-hmm.
for the blog post for West Chicago. Like, this is where
Right.
I'm like, oh, there it is. It's here. I could literally come here and click this one. And then what do I do next? Go here. I'm trying to figure out
I
how do I
think you're
move
right.
it?
If you go, you go to the little the grapevine on the right. Nope. Right mount. You can't even write. Oh no, at the bottom, you see where it says selected?
Oh, there we go. It's in my way because I had the share buttons from Zoom. So then I can come here and I can move it to this folder.
Oh,
And so
see, and that's, oh
now,
my gosh, I got a hot mess in mine. And that's the part that this is what I needed, because I'm looking at, you see on your left, you got Smart Girl Media, Mark, sponsors, and
but these are my starred.
okay. Cause
But
I
I'm
was
gonna now, after
moment.
this, I'm gonna clean it up because I don't need to star other people's stuff
Okay.
unstarred.
So that's the homework for everybody, is organizing your stuff. Cause this is going to take, I've got years of like stuff, and I
I don't know
feel
if I
like
would
it's,
go back in time.
you're right. But from the, and as I find them, if I want to move it, you're right. Don't go, you're right. So moving forward, organize everything. That way I'm not frustrated. And then if I want to move things as I find them, take a few minutes and do that. Yeah, you're right. I would be frustrated trying to go back
But
and
here's but you know what, Mina, what's interesting is if I were to keep working, I could come up here to the top and click add new design and choose the design. And I'm just, oh no, that's not what I want. I don't know what I hit. Choose, create a design, create a new design. And I'm just going to go with the doc, right? A Canva doc. I could wait for it. And again, I could use Magic Write, but I could go
okay.
back over to LinkedIn because I'm on organize in my head. And then I can go up to me. I think this takes me a second. Me and my pretending like I know what I'm doing.
You can view your profile.
I'm having my
You're already there. Okay.
yeah, but okay, so in my head, oh, here it is. Me, post activity. Then I want to go to, this is my most recent post. I could also go to more and just click articles. And what I'm getting out of this is I could come here. Here's my article. I could grab the link,
As I'm
go
mimicking you,
back
keep
to
going.
ChatGPT, and I can say West Chicago LinkedIn articles. And then I could put in, this was a blog post in now, but based on November 2024 and 2013 data. and then I could just add the link. Now, could I just make it clickable? Yes, but and I'm not sure I even like that it did all of that, but let's just say this could work. And so now when I get the data for December, I could come here and track everything. But now that I'm building this in my head,
This
I'm
is,
now
I have
thinking,
so many things going on in my head right now.
right, I could actually go back and click add new, and I could add, nope, let me go to my folder. Let me think this through. I could click add new design and help me out. Is there a spreadsheet in here? You know where I'm going, right? Oh, you know
Yeah,
what I
well,
could
if you have to already be in something, like I would go
I have to be in a doc, but I'll just explain what I think I could be doing. Is
because you can
in the
go to
Google Doc
presentations and you
that I
can,
just created, is I could create a table and I
right.
could table it in the Google Doc.
Which is another day if we want to teach people how to do stuff like that,
No,
because
but you could teach that in the membership under your AI
yeah, I will. Yeah.
buddy. And now I'm like trying to, oh, I need to rename this. This is my articles for LinkedIn. I'm going to call it 2025. So really, like, the power in this. Now, what else were you thinking? Because I have a whole lot that I'm thinking about right now.
I am thinking exactly what you're thinking. I'm thinking, I realized that I blog and I could create, like for the month of January, my header could look similar. And for February, it could look similar, and it's already there and ready to go in the project. And I mean, I don't need to go look for that one header. It's already there for, for that blog, for LinkedIn. And then I'm also thinking that I already created a project folder for ChatGPT 2025. And I'm thinking, like, I work with principals and leadership. I already want to create it there because I give them documents that are just like, this is for you. This is for you, what you can do if I coach them. Or, I mean, and I've done that for the last few years working with, friends that are principals, but I will make something on the fly. Instead, what I could do is create folders for those people. Like if you're coaching, that's what my brain just went, oh, I can create
So
folders
yeah,
for
you
the
could
people I
coach.
coach.
You could have your own folder for the person you're coaching. You could tie it into ChatGPT.
Keep talking.
Like, there's a whole lot you could do. Now, for those of you that are trying to figure out, like, what else could I do? Let me go back to Canva for a second. If you've never really used Canva Magic Write, let me tie in the fact that if you're using ChatGPT for free but you're paying for Canva, you could use ChatGPT because you only get to use it so much if you're not paying for it. You could come to Canva and you could create a doc. First of all, you might want to just create a project from the start. I think, Mina, moving forward, I might always just create a project when I start something new. So I'm not all over the place. um, but now what all of you could consider doing is coming over to create your project, and then you can create a a Canva doc. And then with the Canva doc, you could click, they put magic right up here now. It used to be that you had to click this plus sign. But I could click magic right, and I could, or well, first things first is I could go back to ChatGPT to show you. Let's go back to my project. And in my instructions, I have all of my instructions that I use in my project in ChatGPT. But if you're not paying for ChatGPT, you don't get this. So I could create a doc. I'll call this West Chicago, Illinois prompts.
I mean, my mind is racing right now thinking, I
And
mean,
so
this is like a really good conversation, and wow, there's so many things that people can do, and moving forward for January 20 for 2025. And then in January, really looking at how you're going to organize what you want to do for the year and using Canva alongside any generative AI. I mean, I really like OpenAI's ChatGPT, but I'm now thinking about what I'm going to do to make sure that they are synced up. Like
But
this,
so
like
because you can
the
see,
project is going to be the same in ChatGPT and the project will be the same name in Canva.
because what you're because so what I just did was, Mina, is what you just basically what you just said is get organized
Right.
for now and the future. But what I did was is I changed the narrative for the folks that aren't using ChatGPT or paying for ChatGPT, and you're paying for Canva. Is I am now taking my prompts and I'm storing them
Oh,
in move to a folder in West Chicago. So and let's think about it. I've been using I here this is the life of an entrepreneur. Is here's the same prompt in Google Docs because that's what we do. But and there's these are the prompts. But I just took the prompts and moved them over to Canva, and now they are housed in a project because I just moved them to the project, and I haven't even. I think I moved them here. Did I? Did I move it?
and mine are in, I have mine in
Yep, they're here. Look at that. Looky there.
Evernote.
So now my prompts are here and you have them in Evernote. And I'm not saying you shouldn't stop
I'm
using
going to keep them
something.
there,
But wait,
but there's more.
you just said a whole lot because every Friday I go live on Instagram and I write in Evernote. When I'm done writing, I could either go to ChatGPT or Canva. I can create my project in ChatGPT and Canva to edit what I wrote because I write what I write and I go live and then I record. I get my transcript from Zoom. Like I'm in my head. I can have the project in ChatGPT because I do still think ChatGPT is better than Canva Magic, right? When it comes to the AI functionality, but I can actually have everything in one place when I'm done because Canva gives me the ability to create the images better, to create video, even though you could pay for the video functionality over in ChatGPT. Yeah, with this is like a part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my head.
Right. So I don't know what your takeaways are. My big one is not just saying getting organized, but using the generative AI, using ChatGPT with purpose this year and housing the prompts that you do so that because as we get better at generative AI, as we get better at using the tool, we don't want to misplace all the stuff. Like I feel like I'm misplacing everything. And even in Canva, like I can get organized and leave it there because when I'm in Canva, I can grab it and I'm still going to keep it in Evernote because they're to me those projects are in it's the same in Evernote, which is another day. But my takeaway is getting organized with purpose and thinking about today in the present for the future and not necessarily going back to try to fix all of that unless it comes up. So that's where I am. I don't know about
And
you.
let me get it. And my takeaways would be ditto.
Ditto.
And number two would be
Same.
if you are not using ChatGPT's paid version and you are paying for Canva today or maybe tomorrow morning, go get into Canva and moving forward, create a project and start organizing your projects. And even if in the real estate space, if you're using ChatGPT, move it over to Canva after you've created it. So it's in one space, create your images. And then the bonus takeaway would be is in the real estate space, if you're a member of NAR, you have Realtors Property Resource. And we have ChatGPT was integrated into a product for real estate agents. If you're using that tool, which is called um, write a script, I think. once you write the script, RPR, Realtors Property Resource, is not saving it. So once you create it, bring it over to Canva and store everything. So I'm Carrie Little. I am the designated managing broker of Caremark Realty Group in Illinois and in Florida. I want to thank you for watching Twinfluence every Wednesday with myself and my twin sister.
Dr. Mina, and I have no other words other than thank you for watching, and make sure you follow us on, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And